Happy Saturday morning to everyone. We have been cleaning and prepping some foods and just getting ready for the coming week ahead. We like to do our main cleaning on Saturday, so everyone's been sweeping and mopping and trying to find all those dust bunnies. And our cleaning is probably not as clean as most of you guys clean and scrub and whatever. We do homestead, so we have random like food things hanging around our house, and we live in, I don't want to say a small house, because I really don't feel like it's a small house. I grew up in an apartment, so I feel like we have a big house, but for the amount of people that we have, versus the amount of space that we live in a smaller house compared to a lot of people. So like right here behind me, you guys probably see that in most of the videos, that is our sewing section. So all the stuff up there and this is all sewing stuff. So it kind of looks messy, but it's actually like sewing stuff. And then up here is where we have our popcorn maker, and then stuff to go on top of popcorn. And then so when we have game nights, usually it's popcorn. And then along here is usually if I have fresh fruits and vegetables, then I'll store them there. Although, as you can see, we were working on bananas this morning, so those are still on the table, but those will end up there by this afternoon. So I'm in the dining room, and it is 10:15. So we have lunch is already in the Instapot. We're having pork that's in the Instapot. One of my daughters, she prepped a bunch of potatoes. Those are in the oven. Another daughter just found some broccoli out in the garden, so we chopped that up, and that's going to go into, she's actually going to do that along with some cucumbers that she found. She's going to make a homemade ranch dip, and that will be there. And I am out here just working on a couple things. I've said before in previous videos that we eat at church on Sunday, and because we have so many allergy food issues, I make sure that there's enough food for our family plus some to share with other people. So this morning I'm working on a couple things. The other day you saw that I had bought these Brussels sprouts. My daughter so nicely, she just took the bottoms off and cut them in half. So she had prepped those for me. And then I've got some of these out of the freezer. I'm trying to use up my freezer stuff so I can fit some more meat in there. So I have 3 bags of onions and peppers. I'm going to take 1 bag and put those in my Instapot. I have nothing in my Instapot right now. 1 bag's going to go in the Instapot. And then these 2 bags are going to go right in with these Brussels sprouts. Still frozen in the bag. Okay, so I have the Brussels sprouts going on there, and then I'm just going to plop a big thing of coconut oil. We are not scared of fat in our house. Fat is actually needed for brain development, so a big scoop of coconut oil in there, and that, let me just use all of it. So what I'll do, these are going to go with lunch today. So there's that. And then I had a pair of scissors, which I'm looking for, and I don't see them. So I'm going to grab another pair of scissors. So then I'm just going to cut up some bacon. I have 2 packages of bacon. And I'm making in this pot butternut squash soup. And I'm making over here the, I don't even know what to call it, but I do it. Let's see if I can cut it with a knife. If I can't, then I'll just grab some scissors. Oh, that might work. Okay. So I'm going to cut up 1 package of bacon and put it in here. So what I'm going to do a little bit differently than I normally do, I'm going to have onions and peppers, bacon, and I'm going to throw in a package of broccoli because I'm trying to use up the stuff from my freezer. So a package of broccoli in there, and I'll saute that for a couple minutes, and then I'll add my butternut squash, add some seasonings on top of it, and then I'll pressure cook that for 5 minutes on high. And then I should be able to use my dasher blender, blend that up, and then I'll add some coconut milk. I'm not going to show you the end part of that because I'm using a laptop and I can only record one thing at once. and I need to desperately make some soap. And I know a lot of people have requested for us to show them how we make soap. So we'll be making soap today. So I'm not going to show you the end of this so that I might be able to show you the soap later on, because I'll need to take a couple of videos for that and it won't allow me to do that. Okay, so we're going to put the bacon in there. And then we'll grab another bacon. Throw it in here. So the same thing with the Brussels sprouts. I'm not going to show you the end result of that, but what you're going to do is you're just going to saute all this together. So I usually saute it for a couple minutes and then I cover it over. And if I need to add a little bit of water, then I'll add a little bit of water, but I like not to, because I love that like crispy, sweetish, it's like sweet, savory type edge that it gets when they just fry up. So I try to avoid to cover it over with oil, with water, but I do like to cover it over because that helps them cook all the way through. When that is almost done, actually when it is done, when they are done, what I'll do then is throw a hefty pinch of salt on there, and then I'll use this date paste. I get this off Amazon. It is really yummy. I use probably, I don't know, I kind of go like this. So like maybe that's 3 tablespoons. I'm not quite sure. And I'm using about 3 pounds of Brussels sprouts in here. So I'll do that right at the end and then cook it for maybe 5 minutes, really just to like get it all coated and yummy, taste test it, and add salt or a little more date paste as you need. And then it's yummy. It's really yummy. I have never seen a recipe like that before, but I was having, I don't know, just sometimes I just want to throw things together. Like I haven't seen a butternut squash recipe that has broccoli in it before, but I'm going to give it a go. Everyone loves broccoli, cream and broccoli soup here, and we love butternut squash soup. And I wanted to use some of the stuff from the freezer, so I'm going to give it a go. I mean, might as well, right? So I'm just using a small, I know before you saw me buy the big bags of the organic broccoli, but I've already used those. So I just have this small bag, 10 ounces, that was already in my freezer, and I'm going to use this and put that in here. I can't, my wire can't reach to turn it on here, or else I saute it here. So I'm going to bring this into the kitchen where it's dark because I don't have really good lighting. I'll saute that, and then I'll add the butternut squash in there again, and then I'll add a quart of chicken broth and turn the lid on and cook it for 5 minutes. And then I'll come back, dash or blender it, and add cream and seasonings and that type of stuff to it. So I'll write the recipe-ish. I'll just try to give you general ideas down in the description box below. I'll try to measure out how much I'm using of what I'm using, but some of it might just be a pinch or eyeball or whatever like that. So however your family likes taste and doesn't like taste, I'll probably throw in a little bit of red pepper, but it can make it a little bit spicy. So if you don't want to do that, then you can omit that as well. It tastes fine like that. Okay, well, I hope you all have a great Saturday, and make sure you come back because we're doing soap today. So we're doing a soap that comes just from our homestead. So we'll be doing goat's milk with just lard, and we're going to do a basic bar like that, and that's my basis soap to be able to use for cleaning. And then we're going to do another soap, and I hope that we can get to both of these today. I use different molds for them. And then we're going to do a soap that has various oils and including lard. And we're going to make that and show you how we scent things with essential oils, not fragrance oils, and why, and talk about those types of things. So we hope to see you soon. Bye.